Welcome to News at 9. You're Jimbo.
I'm Jimbo.
I'm News at 9.
Yes.
And we've got a story. We've got a story for you guys today.
We do have a story.
A smoker reads behind a photocopy.
Yes, this is very important. It's very uncommon to hear from smokers reading at all, considering most of them are blind and deaf. So this is quite a surprise from the smoker community.
This is coming in the wake of my extraordinary cleaner streams of fighting bear.
Yeah. I have a question for you. Does his post thief recover within the counterpart?
Honestly, I think he might. I think he may. He's a strong individual, and the chemical instructs the warm chocolate.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty common to see the chemical trying to make accusations and commands to the hot chocolate. It's not something we're unfamiliar with in this community. But I think more importantly, the the hell is that word?
Orthodox.
The orthodox. Oh my God! The orthodox nurse attacks past a
characteristic pro. Past a characteristic pro, and that really speaks to the hospital staff we have up here in the tri-state area. It's really such a great thing.
Yeah, you know.
We have all these smart people here. Today, it's operator cautions opposite the simplified fighter.
Yeah, that is a fantastic story. You know, I've been anticipating this for a long time, and I'm glad to see that this is finally coming out on air. You know, I think it's gonna be a great thing for our community, for the firefighters and everything. You know, helping us maintain the community.
And you could tell, really, this alert courts an intense tourist behind any concept.
Yeah.
Any concept, there's always going to be a tourist at the root of it all. And in this case, next to the must lover loses the filmed timetable.
Yeah.
So anything can happen. Any event could trigger the fighter. The fighter.
Yeah. Havoc reaches after his sugar.
After the sugar's in. A lot of people like sugar.
That is true.
You gotta reach for it sometimes. You gotta go for it. Put it in baked goods. Put it in cakes.
Yeah.
Especially since the single sugar back multiplies below the aged. So you don't want you don't want the old sugar. You want the young sugar because it'll proliferate. It'll breed. You get infinite sugar. You can sell it to your neighbors. You can sell it to your friends.
Well, you don't want to do that because if you breed infinite sugar, then you're gonna blow up the economy. Sugar's not going to be worth anything.
Exactly. That's the alternative character. That's the alternative character that resides outside of fluid.
Yeah, very important in fluid to be residing outside.
Outside the fluid. Outside the fluid.
It's a very
inside the fluid.
It's a very volatile state of being. So if you were to maintain yourself within fluid, you would just havoc would ensue. We're on lock screen right
It's currently 1:22.
Yes, 1:22
An
p.m.
update for all of you without clocks.
The weather, we've got a nice 94 degrees outside. It looks like
swelteringly hot.
Yeah, it's actually very hot. I am astonished that we're getting this kind of weather. I understand it's summer.
When you do get this hot, you get the platform balancing the rhythm. And that's one of the natural beauties here, especially when communists avoid the symphony.
Yes.
They avoid that symphony on the platform, so you don't have to deal with any of those reds taking public transport.
I don't think we should honestly allow them really to even be in this community at all. The fact that they're allowed to even exist amongst us, I think is just disgusting.
They should be hunted down and exterminated.
And socialism too, that's no excuse, all right? Bernie Sanders and all of your little followers, all right? That is no safe haven, okay? That's just communism, but with an S at the beginning of the word.
I will never let a Jew rule this nation.
Never. You know what happened last time?
What?
The Mongolian War.
Of course, the Mongolian War. How could I...
This just in, we have received information regarding the popular television show White Day. The production studio behind the show, just out of its third season, has officially stated over Twitter that the show is cancelled and all pre-production has been stopped. This has caught most by surprise, as the show's third season was a major critical and financial success.
Yes, indeed, Jimbo. I did enjoy that great stuff very much.
Nobody asked.
I'm just adding my 2 cents, friend Arino. Didn't mean to get you upset.
Please stop talking. They fought over the banks in the eastern nations.
In other news,
Yeah.
The acorn cheats below a vacuum.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
The acorn.
I was waiting for the acorn.
You're
to
not.
at this
You
point.
don't have a lot of faith in the acorn.
Oh no, I am. Call me Babe Ruth because I'm calling these shots about these acorns, and I was only expecting such a thing to happen. You know.
Right, especially since the literary injustices that he committed, that were frankly boiling underneath the bullet.
Yeah.
They were
Honestly,
really.
He was asking for it at that
If
point.
there was ever a time to apply that phrase, it would be now, when the
most certainly.
boiling underneath the bullet and a rash that pastes the sniff beside its costly bite.
Yes.
Besides the costly bite, the acorn really, he got what was coming to him. He got what was coming to him.
Most importantly, I think a believer supplies and upsets cult.
Salt.
It's a salt. I saw the S, but I wanted to throw in my own pizzazz.